I want to thank you all for being here. This is a continuation of my efforts to try to bring programs out that will address situations that will help move Indiana and Allen County particularly forward in ways that we can help with the situation immediately now, and then also prepare us for a prosperous future. In that continuing effort to bring forth programs, I this time want to bring forth one that I call Build Allen County. It's a one-time allocation that I would call for of tax dollars that are being gathered in Indianapolis that we would then get a one-time allocation where local communities could apply for a grant to do projects here locally. If we have a bridge project we'd like to get to but just don't have the funds yet, or a street widening, or some other aspect that could expand our infrastructure, it's one way of bringing tax dollars that seem to have been more taken down to Indianapolis these days, and bring some of those back to local communities where we can do infrastructure improvement now to prepare us to bring jobs in the future. And not only does it help prepare us with an infrastructure to bring good jobs to our community, it creates good jobs right now, like these that are behind me here. Construction jobs are very good for our community because they pay good wages. A worker can support their family on those wages. It brings other aspects of ripple effect to our economy here, and they're jobs that can't be outsourced. The workers here working construction, they're almost always local people, or at least within the region, and so it's a multiple win for us if we can bring back more construction dollars here. The dollars are already being collected in Indianapolis, and again, we're seeking a one-time allocation of that money into a fund that is for local infrastructure, and then Allen County, Fort Wayne, and other communities could apply for that. The project be approved, and all you have to do locally is provide 10% of the money. The state would then provide 90%. So it's a way in which we can give a shot in the arm to jobs here in Allen County, and a way that we can build infrastructure that, as we put in place all these other things, we can draw better jobs to our community. So I appreciate you being here. Anybody have any questions?
Is this the same plan that they turned down this year?
Yes. It's nice that you pay attention to that. It actually, the program I reached last week, I stole off of Tennessee. This one I gathered from Senator Tim Lannon, who proposed it when they were funding the infrastructure for the highways. He asked that there'd be a one-time allocation put into this kind of a fund. I read over that bill, and when I saw it, I said, that's a really good idea. It's a way to bring money back to the community. And so when I saw that, I said, I'm going to get on board with that. It's going to be my goal when I hit Indianapolis that I hit the ground running when I get down there. I want to have ideas of what I want to bring forward for our community. I'm 59 years old, so I'm not going to be down there for a long time. So when I'm down there, I want to be effective. And so I'm searching around wherever I can to find things that will work for us here in Fort Wayne and Allen County, and I'm going to put them forth.
Is there room to grow in the construction field? How many jobs are you thinking to add approximately? Give me some numbers.
Well, in this kind of a situation, a construction job like this, as you can see behind us what's going on, it's a large number, and in the kind of jobs we're looking at, it could be 30 to 50 or so, but again, you're talking about it will be for that project. But when you do that, when you have projects like this where workers are getting the money, I mean, if you see the restaurant behind us, workers are constantly going in there, eating. Their families then have a little extra money, so they're spending a little bit more. And the reality is, good paying jobs help us in our economy. Good paying jobs produce the tax revenues that allow us to do more. What we're having right now is we've had a lot of wages going lower, and when we have those wages going lower, we end up with less revenue, so we can't do as much. There's a ripple effect towards having good paying jobs that is really good for our community.
Could a project like this also cover some of the bridges that are structurally deficient?
Yeah, in fact, I was looking over the organization that judges the the structure stability of bridges, and there are 3 or 4 bridges that would be really nice for us to address. but I don't want to roll those out until I talk to the engineers of the Fort Wayne and Allen County community about which ones they assess as our best proposal. But a bridge would be an excellent idea, because as we saw at Anthony, when we let that get to a certain point, the Anthony Bridge, we actually had to shut traffic down a certain weight, and we'd like to get to those programs proactively so we don't have that risk to our community.
Are there enough statewide that maybe that should be the focus for the first year or two, and then expand outwards from there?
Well, you know, the reality is this is a one-time allocation, but I do believe it's something that we would want to revisit on a regular basis, but we could assess just how much impact it has had on local communities, and then if it in fact has, we might put it into place for a more frequent use after that. So.
I think I'm good. Is there anything else you'd like to add that we might be missing out on? That was very informative speech.
No, the most important thing for me is it's a series of things that we do that try to get Fort Wayne in position and Allen County in position that we can continue the boom that we're going through right now. When I talk about other cities, we're in a low depression with income too, but Fort Wayne is coming up, and you can see all the things going on in Fort Wayne. When we want to draw people to Fort Wayne, we've got so many things. The Parkview Field over here, the new construction projects, the zoo that apparently is rolling out an announcement today about a new thing. All these things are tremendous. I believe we can sell people on Fort Wayne rather than selling out our workers.
So Mayor Henry always talks about the momentum we've gained. Do you think that construction projects will help kind of speed up that momentum and keep it moving even faster?
Yeah, they definitely will for the two reasons I stated. One, it gives us income, our workers' income now, but it also then has the infrastructure that allows us to move forward and draw new business in.
Okay, great. The background actually looks awesome.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, thank you all for being here.